Good morning. Faylene from Bookkeeping Made Simple. Actually, it's not morning, it's afternoon. I'm out in the yard, which is a mess. And it's a mess because I am only one person and it just keeps raining. So I'm looking around. Let me see if I can. I've got this finally done, but if you can see, there's that pile of dirt which needs to be moved over there. So if you're looking, you can see that I had a tree ground out, and I don't know if you can see the wood chips or not, like kind of in with the sand. So I gotta get that out, and I'm gonna put a Intex pool there. I've got my garden beds they're all covered, but I weeded them all, and the weeds it's just raining so much I can't get out to get the weeds, so I gotta weed them again. And I'm just gonna plant flowers in there, so I'm probably gonna put some something in there, so I'm gonna plant flowers this year. I'm not gonna plant any vegetables. Usually I am gonna do an herb garden. I usually do vegetables, but until I know I got 2 discs in my back that are pushing against my nerves, so when I'm doing some things, but not like I could dig all day and I'd be fine, but if I'm doing things like pushing lawnmower, then I can't walk. It's really funny how it works. So I think like things with this motion where you're pushing, like if I'm driving and my hands are on the top of the steering wheel, it affects it, but if I hold at the bottom, it doesn't. So we'll see what the doctor I go to see a spine guy in May, and well, it is May, but we'll see what he says. Hopefully no surgery. I'm going to a great chiropractor, and that's helping so much already. So it takes time though. So anyway, the reason for this, me sitting out here in my yard, no, I'm not going on another hiking trip. I'm here to talk about landscaping companies, how to start a landscaping business. Now, it is May 2019, so if you're doing this, you're already behind that 8 ball, because you should have started this in June. Not June. Oh my gosh, I'm so silly. In January. But, so, it's May, and you're like, I could be doing yard cleanups. So, now there's several ways you could go about this. Do you want to do just residential? If you want to do just residential, my suggestion is get them on an automatic payment plan, because if you cut their grass and then they stiff you, you're screwed. So you just be like, okay, either that or you pay me and then I will cut your grass. If you don't pay me, then I'm not going to cut your grass. So that's a good thing. If you don't have a lawnmower, for residential, I think would be easier to start, because you could just get a lawnmower and a residential lawnmower, and then just that be it, and a weed whacker. If you should have one already if you're gonna start a landscaping business, and then I would like go door to door. So free advertisement would be flyers around the neighborhood. Like, we have a hardware store that they let you put up flyers in the hardware store. Or you got Facebook posts. You could I've noticed a lot of hair salons that I go into. Not that I'm like going to hair salons all the time, but I've noticed like I think it's Great Clips or Super Clips or something Clips, or the one where you get the $12 haircut or whatever, where you go in and then they screw your hair up and then you cry afterwards. They always have like a bulletin board, so you could try that. But just getting the word out there. And I will say that start by mowing on Saturday. Keep your day job. Start by mowing on Saturday. Sorry, there's like some paper flying across my yard. Let me get this. And then you will get jobs just by going around and get a sign on your car. You like get one of those magnetic signs, put on your truck, and then just start. So when you're around mowing and people see you do a nice job, they can say, hey, are you for hire? And then you get more jobs that way. And then Saturday will turn into Sunday, and if you do nights and weekends, then it'll turn into, night, and then it'll turn into an all the time thing. And I will tell you this, I can say that without a doubt, I think landscaping is a good way to go, because now if you're gonna go landscaping where you're doing the hardscaping and like things like that, that's like not really landscaping, but like patio bricks and things like that, then you should get those jobs ahead of time and paid for ahead of time, so you can buy your equipment and work that into the quote. So that would be the way to go with those. And then you can if you get enough jobs lined up, you can get a Home Depot card and put the equipment on Home Depot, and then just pay it off with your pay yourself, with your jobs that you do, but get them lined up or whatever, and then you can take money from your grass cutting jobs and put it towards that. But you can definitely do a lot of free advertisement, like passing flyers around, or cheap advertising, getting it out there on Facebook, word of mouth. I think with a landscaping company, to set one of those up, that would be easy. You can fill out your paperwork on with the federal government. You can choose to be a sole proprietor, which means you just use your social security number. But to be honest, the liability, like if something happens and somebody sues you, especially if you're working for residential customers, then you're kind of screwed. So I would either get an S corp or an LLC. If you're a small guy, you don't want to get a C corp, but just you look at the differences, and I think I have a video that it goes over the differences. You look at the differences and then you decide which one you want to be, because whatever one fits you best. A lot of businesses I work for are like S corps or LLCs, and a lot of the LLCs that I work with, they file at paperwork as LLC, filing as an S corp. So if that helps, like, because they're small business owners. Now, Governor Crapmore, by the way, that's her new name if you don't follow, who she does want to raise taxes on the little guys, the S corps, and that's us. That's me, that's you starting your landscaping business. So if you're in the state of Michigan, you might want to talk to your tax professional about the ramifications of that. I'm hopeful that it won't get pushed through, but she just ticks me off, because we got a plan to lower our car insurance. We got really high car insurance because they got unlimited medical stuff for the state of Michigan, and she's like, oh well, I'm gonna veto that. And I'm like, are you serious? What are you? She's wants more road tax, wants more tax this, tax that. I didn't vote for her, just so you know. After she promised not to, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna say this, but I think this is true with all politicians. She has liar written all over her face, but so do they all get into office. They give all these big promises, but and then they don't. So I would check, just check. I know we help fill out paperwork for free if you're signing on to do work for us. You got to if you're going to sign on as a contract, I will help you fill out your business paperwork. It's really easy to do, but you have to sign with us for bookkeeping for that, and that that's can be pricey. Well, it's not pricey, but it is when you're starting off and you have no money. A lot of businesses wait until they have some revenue in, and then they just, sorry, I'm watching my Buster. Buster, come here. Get out of there. Come on, stay out of there. And then you can have your little mascot puppy. Buster, come here. Say hi. Say hi. Hey. Say hi. He's moving too fast. By the time I get the camera figured out, he's gonna get it done. But anyway, so that's the gist of it. Fill out your paperwork, get the jobs. That would be the job to go, because I was looking for somebody to quote me on grass cutting last year, And you really have to start looking for a grass cutting company by April because there are no jobs. So I can guarantee you that if you started now, and started going on the City of Wayne group on Mondays and Thursdays, they allow business posts and say, hey, yard cleanup, let me know if you're interested. And then you'd get jobs that way. Grass cutting quotes, $30 every week, $40 every other week for a single lot, you know. Double lot, I don't know what it, but just that's how you would start, and just, meet people. And, you could go to networking events, you can go on Eventbrite, you can look for free events on Eventbrite. So, there's all sorts of different marketing things you can do, and that kind of goes for any business. You can go on Eventbrite and go to those free events, and you can tell which ones are kind of personal and which ones are businessy. So go to the businessy ones. Just make sure it's not like something like Primerica. I mean, that's good if you want to get a life insurance and stuff through Primerica, but if you're going for business, you don't want to end up at a Primerica thing. So Faylene with Bookkeeping Made Simple. Let me know if you have any other questions. I am having a hard time paying attention because my dog I'm trying to watch him. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Like, subscribe, comment. I don't post too many videos, but when I do, I think they're good. But of course, I think everything I do is good. So, let me know what you're thinking.